Honestly, though, this whole testing in the life cycle thing feels like trying to learn chess by starting in the middle of a game.
That's a fair analogy. But don't worry, by the time we're done, you'll feel like a grandmaster. Ready for round 2, Bob?
As ready as I will ever be. Honestly, though, this whole testing in the life cycle thing feels like trying to learn chess by starting in the middle of a game.
That's a fair analogy, but don't worry, by the time we're done, you'll feel like a grandmaster. All right, let's start with the basics. A Software Development Lifecycle, or SDLC, is just the fancy term we use for the process of building software.
So, like a roadmap?
Exactly. And the way we test depends on which roadmap we're following. Ever heard of the Waterfall model?
Yeah, that's the one where everything happens in sequence: requirements, design, development, then testing at the end.
Bingo. It's predictable, but there's a big downside. If we discover issues late, fixing them can be a nightmare.
Sounds stressful.
It can be, but it's useful for projects where stability and documentation are critical, like banking.
Ah, my old world. So what about Agile? Everyone talks about it like it's the holy grail.
Because it kind of is, at least for projects like this one. Agile flips the script. Testing isn't a phase, it's woven into every step.
So, testing happens throughout the process.
Exactly. It's fast, collaborative, and messy, but in a good way. Let me give you a crash course. Waterfall, linear, like baking a cake. You can't frost it until it's baked. Next, V model, testing mirrors development. Think of it as a buddy system. Iterative models, these are risk-focused loops like the spiral model. Now, this is where it gets fun. Agile is about adaptability. Techniques like TDD and BDD help us test ideas, not just code.
Agile sounds like it's less about finding faults and more about guiding the team toward better decisions.
Exactly. It's not just about catching bugs, it's about building confidence and creating a safety net for innovation.
This feels different. I'm not just testing the app, I'm helping shape it.
That's the magic of Agile. Testing isn't an afterthought. It's how we keep the team aligned and on track.
Suddenly, a regression test flags an issue in Sarah's code. The room grows tense as the team gathers to address it.
Well, that's why we test continuously. It's not about blame, it's about catching these things early.
And making sure we all sleep better at night. As the sprint ends, Bob and Sara reflect on their progress during a retrospective meeting. You know, testing isn't just about finding problems. It's about understanding the process, the people, and the product.
Exactly. Whether it's a rigid waterfall or a fluid agile model, testing adapts. It's not one size fits all. It's about finding the right approach for the project.
So it's like choosing the right tool for the job.
You've got it, Bob. And speaking of tools, ready to dive deeper into test planning?
You mean ready to tackle more of this crazy lifecycle puzzle? Let's do it. Sara, these look more like buzzwords than practical techniques. TDD, ATD, BDD. And what's this DevOps you keep mentioning? TestTactix, upskill, innovate, succeed. Want to succeed in your QA journey? Subscribe for more engaging videos like this and take your QA skills to the next level.